My mom told me I should talk more so she doesn't fall asleep. Then I found the ARISTA switches. So as soon as I turned it on, I turned it off. I tried soundproofing the closet, but it didn't really work. And I thought, this is a waste. So long story short, I blew my entire budget on the switch. It keeps happening. So trying to make this make sense, I wanted to be able to buy other switches or other servers. I started looking into it. I wanted to make like a janky like solution.
1 hour later.
So knowing I have to water cool it, I don't know, I needed to start coming up with a plan, figure out how to, like, right, you can, I don't know, I don't know, I want it to be, like, and, yeah, well, yeah, so it's a good deal. So I think so I was thinking in other videos I can go through the other servers, and I think so later on I have another
Several months later.
Oh, now get it. There we go.
That's crazy. The guys.
Oh.
Oh, they are. Alcohol and a nice. Hey, we're getting. It's about to come free. Dude, you can kind of feel right when it's about to go. Keep going for another one. Dude, that's about to come up. What the? 2, 3. Oh, I should have gone for 10.
So this is the switch with all the water cooling components installed. I'll start up here with the physical layer chips. So anything with a heatsink is what I cooled. And so for here I use these copper plates, and I use thermal epoxy to attach them to the actual chip. And then on top of that I use these angled water blocks and thermal epoxied them to the copper plate. So then for the Broadcom chip, I got a Xeon 3647 water block. This was the cheapest thing they had just because it was on sale. So I took the old cooling plate, I cut off all of the fins and then sanded it down. And then I had two extra kind of, I guess, straight water blocks, same as these. And it comes here, and then I guess wired these up, 4 in parallel, 3 in series. And then also there's a fifth one. It comes into here, and then this is also wired up in series, and then it goes back to out. Make sure that's you don't want it bending, I guess. You don't want the water to stop. I also 3D printed that to keep the tubes in place, and I don't know, just look nicer. I think I have like 2 screws I found in my like salvage bin that I don't know, were a nice size to, I think one is here and then another one is here. I printed this because these Noctua fans are smaller than the original one, which is, I guess, this size, the red plus the Noctua. So I also modified this. I also had to print a spacer for this, and then I sealed the gaps with some Kapton tape, and I printed these just because the original ones broke. I also sell these on my eBay if anybody wants them. I print them in PETG, and I also print clear and blue. Let's put it back together and put it in the rack. Easy peasy. This one goes here. So the switch has been running for, let's say, I think 30 minutes or so. Let's SSH into the switch and see what's going on. So this is the shell. If you're not familiar, you can do like question mark to see what kind of commands there are. If you like enable, you have even more commands. But I can get into some of the cool stuff these ARISTA switches can do in another video. If you guys are interested, just comment and let me know. So here we will show environment, and what can we see? All cooling power temperature. So we can do cooling. So for cooling, you can see here we have system status is okay, ambient temperature 26, which is fine, and then you'll see the fans. Obviously, number 3 is not inserted. I think maybe later, if that red light really annoys me, maybe I'll make something to kind of insert into that, just so the red light goes away. But I don't really look at the switch that much, so it's fine. And then we can go and say, what's the other one? Power. I guess we're drawing 145 watts. It's not really doing anything. And then the final one, we can go to temperature. And we can see CPU temp, CPU board temp. So here we can see more details about the temperature. It'll show you stuff like CPU temp, the CPU board temp, back panel temp sensor. If you ever look at the, if you ever open up an ARISTA switch, or if, I don't know, I'm recording this without seeing the video I made, so if you can see more, like a good amount of detail, you'll see these like temperature diodes that are sticking out of the board. Those are probably these. Try to bottom right outer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what these are. I could look it up, but essentially the temperatures all look good. Like their original like thresholds are like, at least the Tridents, they're in the hundreds, or 100. And I guess the board, front panel temp sensor, I assume this one is lower, at least. So the front panel temp sensor, it's a front to back ARISTA, so I assume that's the lowest because it is supposed to be the coolest air going in. And all of these all look fine, which means, let's see, power supply, so power supply, I mean, hotspot temperature, inlet temperature, oh, all these temps look fine to me. I'm not really pushing it. At least we know the water is flowing and it's working, I mean, good enough. Otherwise, I don't know, these would just be climbing instead of being steady. So in the next video, I want to go into detail about the CDU, the different parts, and what this is. If you like my videos so far, please like and subscribe and comment. I would really appreciate it. And I'm trying to do more of these videos. Let me know if there is anything you want me to talk about, or if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.